Hello guys, how are you all? It's been a while since we were here and I really missed you guys so much. I want to thank all of you who've been checking on me just to confirm if everything is fine. Well, my country is affected by some serious flooding and many of you were worried maybe I could be in problems too. But I'm grateful we are quite okay here in the countryside. The most affected areas were the areas around the capital city. It's been raining heavily here too, but we are fortunate to be living on a hill, so we kind of don't get flooded. But the rain was seriously a lot. I haven't seen this in a while. It's been more than even the El Ninos we've had. We finally got a break. We haven't had rain for the last 2 days. And I've been indoors most of the time because it's so wet outside. You just want to get cozy inside the house. You don't want to go anywhere. So I'm stepping out today to go to the garden and plant some carrots. These are seeds I got from Gigi Mami. I shared with you the vlog where she had sent me some seeds to try. And I'm glad to be planting this today. I did plant the peas, though not on camera. I had issues with my camera and tripod, so I wasn't recording for a while. But now we are back. My heart goes out to everyone who is affected by the flooding. I hope all my viewers are safe. Please let me know where you are and if you are okay. Back here, it's only getting greener and greener, only that the country roads are quite muddy, so it's just so hard to go out there and walk in that mud. So I'm going to share with you how I plant my carrots. We have different ways of planting carrots. The guys who just mix it all up with some sand to distribute the seeds. You know, carrot seeds are quite small, but I usually add compost to my soil and then just dig it up to mix it and loosen the soil. Like all tubers, carrots also need fine, deep soils to form their tubers, the carrots. So I just make sure the soil is very fine and I remove all the stones that could be in the soil, the weeds, so that we have very fine soil. I'm trying this brand for the first time and I will share with you the progress as we go up to harvest. But I've been using one that is very commonly used here and it's been doing great. So let's try and see how this one goes. Once I've mixed up the soil and the compost, I usually make some shallow ridges and then I just pour the seeds. Do we call it sprinkling or pouring? I don't know. I drop the seeds, then I just pinch the soil to cover. The seeds are quite tiny. You do not want them deeply buried into the soil because they may fail to germinate. At this point, I also pull out any weeds, any stones, any hard surfaces that could be there so that we have a perfect bed for the carrots. I know I'm quite late. The rains are almost like over, though it's still raining heavily. I'm not even going to water this. The soil is quite wet. So let's see how long it takes. You remember the seeds I had sown before the rain started? The ones I was worried about if they would germinate because it was followed by a very dry spell. Well, some of the okra germinated and are even ready for harvest, and I'm just gonna take them out so that they don't overgrow this time. You remember the last time I grew okra, most of them were overgrown and very hard. Okra is best eaten when it's still very young and tender. Even this one seem overgrown, but we'll cook them anyway. Okra has been trending in Kenya of late. I don't know why it's trending at this time, but people have some very funny reasons why it's good to eat okra. But I've been using okra for the longest time, and these weird theories that people are coming up with, I don't know if they're real. Let me know. So I'm going to share with you my okra recipe, how I cook it without the slime. I don't like it slimy, so I usually cook mine without the slime. And I know most of you maybe avoid okra because of that same slime. So I'm going to show you how to cook it without the slime. So I just washed up the okra, and then I will remove the top tip and then slice them up into thin slices. When cutting okra, if you realize it's not cutting easily, like if it's not like brittle, then that okra is overgrown. It should be very soft to cut. So just make sure you harvest your okra at the right time, because otherwise it gets chewy and very hard. So once you've sliced your okra, you're going to add your favorite spices. I'm adding salt to mine, a bit of curry powder, a bit of white chili powder, which I like very much, and a bit of gram flour. I'm not measuring any of this, just trying to estimate according to the size of the okra I want to cook. So I'm just gonna toss them until all the ingredients, all these powders are mixed in very well. Then I'm gonna eat. Did I say eat? Okay, I'm gonna heat the oil. We are shallow frying it, so don't put a lot of oil, and heat the oil until it's hot enough. Then pour in the okra. Keep turning them until they are golden brown. And once you love the color, then you can add onions or onion rings if you like. Of course, it's optional, but I love the taste of onions, especially when they're partially cooked. So mine has turned golden brown, and I'm just adding the onions. Then I'm just gonna mix it up so that the onions are kind of cooked. And with that, our okra is ready. You can see it's very crunchy. It looks crunchy, and yes, it is crunchy and totally no slime. So I'm gonna add a little oil and then just fry an egg, and I'm going to serve this with rice. You can even serve it with ugali. It's still very tasty and crunchy. So my okra is ready, and I'm just gonna serve it. If you enjoyed watching this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and I really appreciate you all for hanging around. Many would have given up, but you guys just hung around, and I truly appreciate that. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.